So this demo is also around SSH. I promised you a couple demos around SSH. This is how SSH key management is being done by the Access project. And so the Access project is the project in the United States. Actually, sorry, let me do a little bit better job here. There we go. And I'm going to log in as a user to the Access co-managed registry. The Access project in the United States is a project funded by the National Science Foundation. And if you as an academic want access to high performance or supercomputing cycles in the United States, this is how you get them. You submit a proposal to Access and you get an allocation, and Access manages pushing this information to the individual computing centers. And we use co-managed registry to do that, to manage all these identities. So I'm going to log on, and this time I'm actually using an Access identity for my demo. So you get to see me log in with a slightly different identity provider, but again, uses Duo. Duo is very big in the US. So let me go ahead and do my multi-factor, and I'm going to log in, and then I'm going to be presented with a panel of various different things I can do. So this is a dashboard, we call it, as a user that I can do once I'm logged in. And one of the things I can do is I can actually upload SSH keys to my account. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I can browse, and I'm going to pick my ECDSA for the experts. I'll also say for the experts, the tooling is smart enough to not let you upload a private key. It will reject that. Okay. But I can upload my SSH key, and I can actually upload as many SSH keys as I want. So if as a user I want to have multiple different SSH keys, I can do that. And you actually don't need to have the user manually do this. You can configure the SSH keys to be collected during enrollment. Access chose not to do that, but that is something that can be done, and a lot of organizations that use this technique will do that. And then what Access does, Access doesn't want to have co-managed push information directly down to the supercomputing centers. They made a different architectural choice, and their architectural choice was to write a series of REST API scripts, because co-managed CI logon has a REST API. And what they do is every hour they query co-managed, and they pull down the SSH keys along with the UIDs, and they create a bundle of this information. And then that's what they push out to the individual supercomputing centers. It gets consumed by those centers on some schedule that they're happy with. And then that's how users get access to the resources. So collecting the keys, but then Access is using a different technique for actually sending that information out to the various computing clusters. So that is the second SSH demo. Any questions on that?
Looks clear.
Okay. I will say right now with Access, we're up to about 120,000 records. So we've got pretty good scalability. You know, that's one organization. So we're pretty happy with that. We haven't had any major issues. So as you're working with possible partners in Australia, keep that in mind. We're not afraid of 100,000 records. That should be something we can do.